Grab 3 bundles of plastic hangers at the dollar store. To start this project, I want to lay the hangers out in the pattern I think I'm going to want first. I'm going to make sets of 2 and lay the hangers bottom to bottom. With the bottom layer down, I want to do the exact same thing, but this time as I lay my pairs on top, I'm going to lay them over the middle of the first set of hangers. Now that I know exactly how I want the pattern laid out, I'm going to start attaching all of the hangers together. I'm going to use some short zip ties to secure them. I find it easiest to attach the lower hangers together first, and then I'm going to attach the top layer to them. To see if I missed anywhere that might need attaching, I can just gently lift up the hangers and see where I need to add some more zip ties or glue. Finally, for this part, I want to snip off all the ends of the zip ties. Since I want to put my oversized snowflake outside, I want to add some lights so that it's pretty at night too. I'm going to start attaching the battery pack to the back side of the hangers and use some double zip ties to hold it in place. I've pre-wrapped my lights around some straw so that I can easily thread them in and out of all of the hangers. In order to keep the lights where I'd like them, I'm going to add some of the short zip ties around the lights and the hangers wherever I feel that I need one. I'm going to finish this up and then it'll be ready to hang outside. I am completely in love with my giant snowflake. It looks so pretty against the old window. I hope this has inspired you to grab some hangers and make one for yourself. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Hometalk. I'll see you next time.
Head on over to Dollar Tree for this awesome and fun DIY. You'll need 10 hangers for this project. Place the hangers in a triangle shape. Add 3 zip ties, 1 to the peak and 2 to the hooks. You'll need to repeat this process until you have 5 sets of hangers. Place the hanger sets into a star shape. Now it's time to connect all the edges, so add zip ties to all the connecting edges. At the top, I decided I needed a little extra strength, so I slid the one hook over to the side and tightened it, and I added an extra zip tie for strength and durability. I wrapped the entire star in lights. I placed it on my mantle to connect the lights, and I placed it on a clicky lighter. So now I simply click it on to turn it on, and click it off to turn it off.
And I hope this inspires you to make a hanger star of your own.
We're going to make a really cute outdoor decoration using hangers and a shower curtain from Dollar Tree. The first thing I'm doing is just spreading out the shower curtain on a big table, and I want the colorful side to be facing up. Now I'm going to grab my hangers, I'm only using 4, and I'm going to lay these out in a pattern that resembles a butterfly. Once I'm happy with the shape, I'm going to use a little hot glue to put these together. I want this to be nice and sturdy, so I want to make sure that the center of my butterfly, where those hangers touch, that those kind of overlap. And I'm going to use a lot of hot glue to really make this stick. Now this is a pretty big shower curtain, so to make this a little bit more manageable, I'm just going to hold the butterfly in place and cut around the shower curtain roughly the size of the butterfly. But I'm going to flip the whole thing over. And now I want to work on securing the shower curtain to the hangers. I'll flip it back over. The shower curtain is now attached, and I'm just going to go through, do some detail work with my scissors, and I have a set of battery-powered fairy lights. I'm going to glue the battery pack to the center, and then I'm just going to use a bit of hot glue to tack the lights in place. For the center of the butterfly, I want something weatherproof, so I just grabbed a scrap of wood and cut it down to size, and I'm going to paint it with black craft paint. This is going to act as the body of the butterfly, but it's also going to add some stability to the whole piece and give me a place to hang it. When everything is completely dry, which I did let sit for 12 hours, and now I have this colorful butterfly on my deck. It looks so good out here. And at night, I can turn on the lights and light it up. I hope this inspired you to make some fun outdoor decor using hangers and a shower curtain.
Today's project is going to require some clothespins and a small bucket. The clothespins are easy to take apart. All you have to do is twist them and the springs come right off. When it comes to the clothespins, on the inside there's 3 grooves. We're concerned about the middle groove. All we have to do is use some hot glue, put it on that middle groove and on the bottom one. That's going to hold our clothespin right where we need it. Just put the groove against it, and that gives you the perfect lining that you need. We're going to do that with multiple amounts all the way around. You can do one at a time, like I'm doing here, or what we can do is run some glue, maybe 2 or 3 clothespins wide. But you got to work fast. You got to make sure that glue doesn't set up. I like to do 2 at a time. They don't fit perfectly against the top. They're going to sit out a little bit. I like this look, so I push the bottom in. If you want to go ahead and push the top, make it against the top rim, you can do that also. On these clothespins, right when you get to the end, maybe and hopefully you'll get a good amount in there. You might have to sand one down to make it fit. I got lucky on this and I was able to get 2 of them in there. Nice. And there it is. And it's got that wonderful groove across the top. Now on the bottom, we don't want just a bucket showing. So I grabbed some rope from Dollar Tree, put a little bit of hot glue just to make it a starter on the bottom, push it in place. Very carefully, as I put a napkin down, run some glue on the bottom of the bucket and just keep pushing the rope in. Be careful, that hot glue is hot. And we're going to go all the way around the edge. Again, careful, just because this is our starter piece and we want to make everything line up. When we get to the end, it's going to bump up, but we don't want a drastic bump up. So take your hot glue right at the top of the starter rope and gradually go down. That way it's a slight incline and not just a bump. Once you do this, now it gets easier. You can put the rope on and the glue and just fold it on top. Again, that's why I love this spinning table that I made. Just keep going all the way around. Look at that. We're covering up the white bucket and it's just looking really good. When you get to the end of your rope, no pun intended, just go ahead and put it right on side there, get it glued perfectly down, and then start a new one. Now it comes time for stain. Use the stain of your choice, or you can just leave it bare. Some people like that look. Next, we need a wood or plastic hanger that's shaped like this, usually called a suit hanger. I took a square, put it against the inside edge of the hanger, and marked 90 degrees. We're actually going to cut on this line. We're also going to cut off the hanger part itself. I used a little jigsaw and just cut straight across. This one is plastic, so go slow. Those little bits can get a little warm, and cut across every line. Once we do that, turn your bucket over, and then we're going to hot glue our legs on. The skinny part goes on the top, and the fat part goes on the bottom. Again, remember the bucket is turned over, so run hot glue up and down the leg there, and push it in. Make sure it's 90 degrees, sticking straight up. If we do 4 of these across from each other, it makes it nice and steady and stable. On the back, I want to cover up the glue on the clothespin and put one of those last bits of rope that I have on there. The hot glue will hold it in place, bring it around to the front, and I'm going to tie a knot on it and make it look good and put the plant in. And watch this. When we come back, I'm going to show you what it can look like. And there it is, our wonderful new potting plant. I hope this inspired you to build your own DIY potted plant from Dollar Tree. Thanks for watching Home Talk, and we'll see you next time.